Hi, welcome to Simply Scrapping, and it's day 29 of Off the Board with Pineapple Papers, and this is my inspiration for today. I'm going to do a little bit different. I don't have a lot of embellishments. I'm going to do lots of stamping instead, and fingers crossed it turns out okay. Alright, so I'm doing a picture of my family bushwalking. And I believe this was when we went to Tenterfield some years ago on a holiday. We were passing through and we decided to stop a few days and have a look at, see what was around. And there was these things called tank traps. And apparently they were big concrete bollards put in different places because there was a thought during World War II that other nations were going to invade. So they put these huge concrete barriers to stop tanks coming through. I don't know how the tanks would get through all this bushland, but anyway, I think their thinking was a bit skewed. But anyway, so we parked in some car park and it said a sign, you know, so many Ks to walk to the tank traps. We went, okay, let's do that. That was interesting. We walked for quite a while, beautiful scenery, lovely bush, and we do love bushwalking like that. And we stopped for a drink, and then all of a sudden my son looked down and he had a leech on his shoe. We went, oh my gosh, no. So we took his shoe off and to get rid of the leech, and there was another one in there. We went, oh no, okay. And then my husband noticed a leech on his leg as well. We went, that's it, let's get out of here. So we turned around, hightailed it back to the car. My daughter was not impressed at all, and she was pulling my husband along at a rate of knots, just busting to get out of that bush. And I had a medical issue at the time, and we had to keep going over these logs and things, which, you know, as a normal bushwalk, that's fine. I had my time, I could get over the log. But when they were rushing ahead of me and I was being rushed, it was like, oh my gosh, I was in a lot of pain. And my husband was torn between his daughter pulling him along or him stopping to help me. So it was so funny. Got back to the car, everyone took their shoes and socks off, and my son had another leech in his shoe. Anyway, so my daughter was traumatized by that for a long time. And we now actually called Tenterfield Leech Town because that's all my kids can remember about Tenterfield is these leeches. And anyway, as we're left the car park, driving back towards the motel, about, I don't know, 500 metres down the road, there's this sign that says tank traps, and there's this little car park, and it's right at the tank traps, and you didn't have to actually walk through the bush to get to them. Anyway, it was hilarious. So that is what I'm doing today. That brings back so many funny memories, that photo. Alright, so I'm going to actually mark where the photo is. Where's my pencil? There it is. Because I want to stamp around it. here's my finished layout. It's a little different to the inspiration, but that's what the inspiration's there, to give you a kickstart and not to exactly copy. So I'm really pleased with how the stamping came out. It does look a little bit different to what I was going for, but it doesn't matter. It's a memory documented. And you want to know a funny story? When I was gluing all the embellishments on, my daughter came in and she had a look at what I was doing and she goes, oh my gosh, this is before I put the heading on, and she goes, oh my gosh, Tenterfield, that was before disaster struck, she said. That was before we experienced the leeches. Oh, the memories. So all these years later, it's still as vivid. She just can look at that photo and know exactly where we were, what we were doing, and what was about to happen. Okay, if you like this video, hit the thumbs up. Make sure you are checking out the list below of everyone else who is playing along. If you're not already a subscriber, please consider subscribing and hitting that notify bell so you know when my next video comes out. Thank you so much for watching and have a scrap happy day. Bye bye.